Hello everyone, I'm Kerstin, and here comes the next St. George's Daily Update. But first of all, I show you this. So what you can see is beautiful nature, and then, a few sheep, and yeah, they're hungry. So I was on a training with my uni, and I was for a whole day on field with sheep and their shepherd. And you see the shepherd now there, in the back. On that day, I had the opportunity to ask the shepherd a few questions. And one question was, do the sheep really listen to you? And he said yes. Most of the time it's okay. Just the other shepherd who is in the stable with the sheep has sometimes a bit, struggle with them. And I said, okay, why? What's the problem? And he said, well, in the stable he only feeds the sheep and that's it. He just comes, gives them their food, and then he just leaves. And he himself, he is on the field with his sheep, is on a journey with them, and therefore he has a relationship to them. And this is why they can listen to him. What a great picture, isn't it? It really reminds me on God as a good shepherd. And therefore, we are reading John 10 now. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice. But they will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd gives his life for the sheep. The hired man is not the shepherd who owns the sheep. So when the hired man sees the wolf coming, he leaves the sheep and runs away. Then the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because he is a hired man. He does not care about the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. God is the volunteer who comes to you. Maybe he's already doing that through other people. I'm pretty sure that God is already feeding and providing you. But he's the one who wants to stay with you. So the good thing is that he hasn't a bad virus. He's rather, in a good way, contagious. But just imagine that for a moment. He puts himself in isolation with you. He commits and promises to be part of your isolation. And this is how he gives himself away. So we can learn how his character is, his voice is. Because I'm sure that God is preparing more for you than only feeding. What if God has already an idea how you can use your time in your house as a journey with God? It doesn't have to be an exciting journey. I mean, have you seen the video with the sheep? Their life isn't exciting at all. They are just eating all the time. It's a relationship where the shepherd goes ahead. Maybe you try to follow. Maybe you fail. He's coming back. He's picking you up. Then moving on together. He's staying with you, resting with you, moving on. That's a relationship. If you know God as the shepherd or not, you can just allow him today to live in your house, right today, as part of your isolation. And then, is there one thing today that you can do consciously together with God? And yes, what is it? So, God is a good shepherd who already provides you. He also is ready to come into your house and be part of your daily life. And when you start that journey with him, you will get to know him better and recognize his voice. And you can start with that now. Here's the question again.